Hey everyone, so last night I was sitting in bed and I was just on my computer kind of browsing around different websites, and I stumbled across this beautiful picture that I could not get out of my mind. I would put the picture in this video to show you, but I don't own it and it's copyrighted by someone else, and I don't really know how to get like all the, I don't know, like paperwork. I don't even know what you do if you want to put something copyrighted in your video, because I never do. But anyways, I'm going to link it in the bottom bar below, so if you want to go look at that picture, it'll be down there. You just click like more info below the little screen and it'll expand it, and you can see all the products I use for this video. You can get links to everything, like our website, everything like that, and you'll also have a little link to see this picture in case you're interested and curious of what the picture is. But basically, it's this really famous picture that's from Italy. It's the side of a cliff and there are all these houses on it, but somebody photoshopped it and made the houses really bright and beautiful, and I didn't know what it was, so I googled it. I spent literally 30 minutes trying to figure out what this picture originally was. I was so fascinated by it. It was so beautiful. It was these bright houses. Turns out the houses aren't that bright. They're just kind of regular house colors, but the photoshopped version has bright orange and pink and yellow, and then they have like a green sea and a blue sky. It's absolutely breathtaking. I want to go there one day now. I'm like in the mood to go to Italy now so badly. But anyways, I was looking at the picture and it was so just kind of moving that I was like, I want to do a makeup tutorial inspired by this. I was like, I'm going to do the pinks and the orange and the yellows, and then I'll incorporate kind of some other colors. So I'll get close so you can see the look. I have 4 different colored shadows on my eyes, and then I have 2 different color liners and a mascara. I have a really pretty lip and cheek combo that I came up with that I think you guys will really like, and I just really like this look because I feel like it's colorful, but you can still get away with it. You can wear it out during the day. You can also wear it for nighttime. I can't wait to go somewhere today now so that I can actually wear this look, but I think it's so pretty, and especially for summertime, you guys. I think that for spring and summer, this is like just an absolute gorgeous look. So if you have a barbecue to go to or any type of thing you want to go to, in summer you have more time to experiment with makeup and you're not rushing to get ready for school in the morning or something, so you can take a little bit more of your time, and I just think it's really awesome if you do want to experiment a little bit and play around with colors. I love using colored eyeshadows. I'm going to start wearing them more and more. I know I haven't been wearing them lately, but if you look back at my like first videos I was doing, I never was wearing just neutral shadows. I was always doing crazy colored shadows. So I kind of want to get back to that. I think it's super pretty, and I think it's something that is definitely unexpected when you first look at it, but then you look a little closer and it's really pretty, and I like when it has a story behind it. Like right now, my entire face was inspired by this cliff on the side of Italy that has these colorful photoshopped houses on it, but I'm gonna put a link to that below, and I'm gonna finish rambling right now and go ahead and get started with the look. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Comment below if you do, and if you have any kind of fun pictures, go look at that picture first so you see kind of like what my feel for like gorgeous is, and then if you know of any pictures like that, you can tweet it to me, or you can post it on your profile on elleandblair.com. If you upload it as a picture, I will see it. So I would love it if you guys want to do that, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the look. The first thing you want to do is prime your eyes. I'm using the Mercier Eye Basics Eye Primer in Flax, but any eye primer you have will do. You just want to make sure that you apply an even coat from your lid all the way up to your brow. This is going to make your shadows last longer and the colors look a little bit more vibrant. Now you want to take a flat shader eyeshadow brush that looks something like this. This is a MAC 239 brush, but anything like this will work. And I'm going to take the MAC Pigment in Gold Dusk. Apply that to your brush and then start patting it into the inner corner of your eye. Just like this. You will get fallout, but that's okay. We're also going to brush it onto the bottom of the inner corner as well as above. This color is going to be our tear duct highlight, and then also whatever is remaining on your brush, you can just sweep below your brow, just like that. Next, you want to take a bright yellow shadow. This is actually one that I borrowed from my sister Elle's palette, so I'm not exactly sure what color it is, but any neon yellow will work for this. We're actually going to be using this same brush for all of the colors. It's really simple. Basically, when you pick up a new color, you just want to flip the brush over to the other side, and then you have the latest 2 colors on both sides of your brushes, so when it comes to blending, you can just flip back and forth. So basically, this is the side that had the Gold Dusk pigment on it, so I'm going to put the bright yellow shadow on this side of the brush, and I'm sitting really zoomed in to my camera, so I'm sorry that when I hold something up, it doesn't always autofocus. So now you want to apply this color starting about here, halfway into your lid. I hear a cat meowing, but there's not a cat here. That's really spooky. Anyways, I'm just using patting motions, and you want to work this up into your crease as well, because as you can see on this eye, the crease colors are actually the colors that are also on your lid. So you're just going to pat this, pat it all the way up into your crease, about halfway over. And then when it comes to blending, you can flip your brush over and pull some of the gold dusk onto the yellow. And then you can flip it back over, pull some yellow onto the gold dusk. You don't want to blend it too much or it's going to look muddy. You really want it to have kind of a gradual fade going back into the separate colors. Next, you want to take an orange eyeshadow. This is Fab Flashy by MAC, but it was limited edition that I found at my CCO. If you can't get this exact color, any orange will work for this look. So now I have the yellow on one side of the brush, and I'm going to put the orange on the side that I originally had the gold dusk pigment. So if you look, I can flip back and forth from the orange to the yellow. Apply the orange starting at half of your lid and then work it out a little bit. Now this color is not as bright as I wish it was, so I have to apply a few different layers of it, but after you apply it a couple times, it really does work up the intensity. Now when you're ready to blend, you can just flip the brush back and forth to go from the orange to the yellow. Again, don't blend it too much or it's going to look muddy, but just enough to where you don't have a harsh line, where it kind of gradually fades from yellow to orange. Don't forget that you also want to be working these colors up into your crease. Next, you want to take a hot pink magenta color. Now this is Romping by MAC from the Hello Kitty collection. I think this might be a color in the limited line. It just doesn't come in this Hello Kitty palette, but I think you can still get it. If not, any hot pink color that you have will work for this look. Now with your brush, you want to make sure that you're done with the yellow side, because now we are going to put the hot pink on the yellow. So make sure that you're completely done blending any of the yellow you want to, and then you just go over the yellow with this hot pink. So we have the hot pink on one side and the orange on the other. Now I'm going to start applying this right to the outer corner. Working it up towards my crease. And you can see I'm almost going in a little bit of a diagonal motion right here. Work it in. I'm gonna flip it over to blend a little bit of the orange into the pink. These are the two colors that you really want to make sure not to over blend, because they're just going to mix together and end up looking like one color. I really want to keep it where you can tell it's three different colors. Now that I have all my colors placed on, I'm going to take a blending brush, and this is a MAC 224. The only colors I'm actually going to blend with this is where my highlight color hits this color right here. So I'm not blending together any of the pinks and the orange and the yellows. I'm just blending the highlight with these colors. This is just going to make this line look not so harsh. Now that I'm done with the shadows, it's time to move on to eyeliner. For the upper lash line, I'm going to be using this purple Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the color Ransom. It's really gorgeous, but if you look at my upper lash line on this eye, you can see that I actually start the color where if you're looking straight ahead in the mirror, right where the colored part of your eye starts on the inner corner, that's where I start the liner, and then I move it all the way out. So that is what we're going to do on this side. And I'm not very good at pencil eyeliner on the top. You guys know that. I only ever use gel or liquid, but I needed a purple, and this was the best shade I had. So what I have to do is I have to pull just very, very slightly on my upper lid. Now I know that this can create premature wrinkles and things like that, but it's the only way I can get a really straight line. So if you know of a better way, please do it that way. If not, this is a little trick you can use to make it a little easier, but you can get premature wrinkles. I'm just pulling very gently and starting to color this on. Now for the waterline, I'm going to use the same brand of Urban Decay pencil, except this one is in the color Electric, and it's this really gorgeous turquoise. So I'm just going to press down right here to expose this little flap of skin, and I'm just going to draw on a line right here. With colors like this, you have to draw over it a couple times, but then it makes it really, really pop. Now you want to curl your lashes and apply one coat of your favorite mascara. I find that applying 2 coats makes your lashes too bold and black and makes the look a little bit too dark. So you want to make sure that you just apply one thin coat of mascara. And I'm going to be using L'Oreal's Telescopic mascara, which is my favorite mascara right now. So that's the look for the eyes. The cheeks and lips for this look are super simple and easy because the eyes are so dramatic. I really don't want to take away from that and put it on other areas of my face and stuff. So for cheeks, I'm just going to take the MAC blush in Dame. It's this really gorgeous pink blush, and I typically don't use this brush as a blush brush unless I just want to give a very rosy flush. This is a MAC 109 brush. As you can see, it's a lot skinnier and it's flat on the top than a typical blush brush. You just want to swirl this in your brush a little bit. I'm going to smile and just very lightly tap this more on the hollows than on my actual apples. Work it back and up towards your temples. And then you can come back up and kind of blend this out a little bit. I find that when I do it like this, It's a little bit lighter and more of just an I ran around the playground kind of look than a I swiped blush all over my cheeks kind of look. So right up towards your temples, and then you can come up and blend this area out right here. For lips, I'm actually using 2 different lip glosses, which is one of my favorite tricks that I like to do when I'm doing my lips. So the first one I'm using is Nars Turkish Delight, which is one of my all-time favorite lip glosses. And the second one is the Lady Gaga by MAC Viva Glam Gaga, and this is her first edition one. It's the pink one. Her new one is actually kind of like a coral color, but I think you can still buy this one. The first thing I do is take a little bit of Turkish Delight and just sweep it all over my lips. And then I take a little bit of the Lady Gaga lipstick and I put it just on the inner part of my bottom lip. A little dollop right there. I rub my lips together and then just kind of blend it out a little bit. On camera, it might not look as dramatic as it does in person, but when you see it in person, you can definitely tell that it's 2 different colors on your lips. It's kind of like an ombre effect, and when you look at it, it actually makes your lips look a lot bigger. So if you want fuller, plumper lips without using a lip plumper, because those kind of burn my lips sometimes, I recommend using 2 different color lip glosses. The more dramatic change, as you can see, these are pretty similar in color like that, but the more dramatic that you kind of change them, that scared me so badly. I saw someone outside of my window, and I live like high up. I'm not on the bottom floor or anything, but it was just someone like walking really far away, and I just caught him in my peripheral, but that scared me really badly, and now my heart's beating really fast. Anyways, another thing that you can do to really spice it up is to use a different color lip liner as well. That makes your lips look super, super big. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Leave it in the comments if you want me to do more looks kind of crazy, inspired by these random things that I see. I love doing these kind of looks. I feel like I could do one of these tutorials every single day and then just wear the look out. I can't wait to go somewhere now because I have this colorful look on my eyes. I might go to the beach or something just so I can wear this out in public because I think it's really super pretty and I want people to see it and become more comfortable with wearing a lot of color on their eyes. I don't know why I feel like so many people are scared to wear bright colors on their eyes, but it's really not that different than wearing neutral colors. I actually think sometimes it's a little bit prettier, especially in spring and summer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look. If you want to recreate this look, you don't have to use the same products as me. Recreate it, film it as a video, leave it as a video response below so I can see it. I will thumbs up and I will comment and I'll subscribe to your channel and all that stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thumbs up if you like it, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.